Welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right in today because we've got a really fascinating concept to unpack. If you love looking at the world through a completely unique lens, well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to neutrally explore a philosophy brought forward by astrologer Hammad hanif. It's basically a deep dive into why our best-laid plans sometimes just fail, and how, believe it or not, our body language, specifically our feet, might actually play a massive role in that. It's a completely different way to view our daily routines, and we're going to break it all down step by step.
Section 1. Unexpected hurdles in life. Okay, let's dive into this.
We all know that exact feeling, right? You wake up totally motivated, your schedule is perfectly color-coded, and you step out the door with literally the highest hopes. You're ready to absolutely conquer the day. And then, well, life happens. Suddenly, out of absolutely nowhere, an unexpected hurdle completely derails your momentum. So we really have to ask the question, why do perfect plans suddenly fail? Think about it for a second. You do all the prep work, you have the right mindset, yet you hit an immediate roadblock the very second you step out into the world. It's a deeply relatable frustration. His analysis looks way beyond the standard logistical reasons for these failures. Instead, he looks inward, focusing entirely on the energy we're putting out there. Or maybe the energy we're unintentionally blocking.
And according to the source material, these aren't just your standard minor inconveniences. We're talking about specific, chaotic hurdles that completely derail our intended achievements and our peace of mind. You know the ones. Maybe you experience disrupted important meetings where the vibe just instantly feels off, or ruined job interviews where things go south before you even sit down. It could be sudden, stressful phone calls that totally change the trajectory of your entire afternoon, or just those general daily roadblocks that pop up out of thin air. You expect one thing and bam, the complete opposite happens.
Section 2. The power of the right side.
Now, what's really interesting here is in Johnny's specific diagnosis. He suggests these hurdles actually stem from mismanaging our body's positive energy. He focuses heavily on the power of the right side of the human body, which, in his philosophy, is considered the absolute center of positive, active energy. When things go wrong, he argues, it's simply because we aren't properly aligning this energy as we move through our day. Think about human behavior for a second. Look at what we remember versus what we completely forget. We're highly conscious of our hands, right? We always remember to use our right hand for eating, for working, for shaking hands, or actively engaging that right-sided energy. But what do we completely forget? Our feet. We just use them to walk into our day without a second thought. It's out that we completely ignore the energy of our feet, often just stepping forward blindly without knowing if our left or right foot is taking the lead.
Section 3. A daily foot placement guide.
Let's move on and see how this builds, because to fix this alleged energy imbalance, the astrologer lays out a highly specific set of rules. We're going to make this super practical and follow a hypothetical person throughout their day to apply these chronological solutions. We have 3 critical points mapped out where foot placement allegedly dictates your positive energy. First, the morning routine, specifically putting on shoes. Second, the commute, like riding a bike or sitting in transit. And third, the afternoon, focusing on when you're sitting down in a high-stakes meeting. At each of these specific junctions, there's a physical action required to maintain alignment.
It all begins with step 1, literally the very first action of your transition out of the house. According to the astrologer, you absolutely must intentionally start by putting your right shoe on before the left. It sounds like a super tiny detail, but in this philosophy, it sets the energetic tone for the entire day. It's an act of mindfulness, basically ensuring that the right, positive side of your body is activated first before you even step out to face the world.
Then we move to step 2. The source notes that even while you're in transit, your energy management shouldn't stop. For instance, if you're riding a bike, driving, or just sitting on a train, the right foot should be kept slightly ahead of the left foot. So you aren't just passively traveling, you're actively pushing that positive right-sided energy forward toward your destination.
Section 4. Mistakes to avoid in meetings.
Because arriving at your destination safely isn't actually the end of it. Once you get to where you're going, say a big job interview or a really crucial business negotiation, the way you hold yourself in the chair is just as important as how you got there. So the crucial point is this: there are 2 specific actions the astrologer strongly warns against, as they supposedly guarantee a meeting will be unsuccessful. First, do not cross your right leg over your left leg. By doing so, you are effectively trapping or suppressing that positive right-sided energy. Second, do not shake your foot while sitting. Claims that engaging in either of these nervous habits means that meeting is never going to turn out in your favor.
Instead, the source provides an ultimate solution for maintaining active positive energy during these crucial moments, whether it's a relationship gathering, a business meeting, or an interview. The rule is incredibly simple. Keep the right foot slightly, even just marginally, ahead of the left foot while sitting. This subtle posture is said to keep the positive energy open and flowing toward the people you're interacting with, maximizing your chances of a successful outcome.
Section 5. Aligning with nature.
Now this naturally brings up a pretty obvious question. What about left-handed individuals? If someone is left-handed, their left side energy is dominant, right? So do these rules flip for them? Should they lead with their left foot to harness their unique energy? Well, the astrologer addresses this head-on with a personal anecdote. He says, I write with my left hand, but you have to adopt this habit to get closer to nature. This is a completely fascinating clarification. Even though Zun is left-handed, he asserts that this rule applies universally to absolutely everyone seeking to invite positivity. In his framework, leading with the right foot isn't actually about personal dominance. It's about a universal alignment with the deeper laws of nature.
So, what does this all mean? That brings us to our final thought for today's explainer. Could aligning our smallest, most seemingly insignificant daily habits with nature actually invite more positivity into our lives? Whether you view this foot placement theory as a literal energetic rule or simply as a powerful tool for daily mindfulness and intention setting, it definitely makes you rethink how you walk into your next big meeting. Honestly, the next time you tie your shoes or take a seat, you just might find yourself looking down to see which foot is taking the lead. Thanks so much for joining me to unpack this fascinating perspective today. Keep learning, keep questioning, and we'll catch you in the next explainer.